So in part 2 of the tutorial, I'll be going over how to use Scratch. So you're going to want to go to scratch.mit.edu and then you're going to want to sign in. So if you don't already have an account, you're going to click Join Scratch and then you're going to put in your email and a password and make an account. Next, if you do have an account, what you're going to do is you can just sign in with your account. And then once you've signed in, you can click Create on the top left to make a new project. So the project we're going to create today is we're going to have a cat chasing after two balls. One of the balls it's trying to hit, one it isn't. So here on the left, we have all of our programming blocks. In the middle, we have the stage area where we'll be connecting blocks together to make programs, and on the right, we have where the program actually runs. So as an example, if we just click the Move 10 Steps and we double click it, you can watch, and as you see, the cat is moving 10 units to the right. If you want to control when the cat moves, you can hit Events, and then drag the When the Green Flagged Click block there, put back your Move 10 Steps block, and then hit the green flag, and every time you hit the green flag, your cat will move 10 steps. So to make this program a little more interesting, we're going to add a background. You can choose to either import one of the custom ones, upload your own, get a random one, or draw your own. So we're just going to upload one of the custom ones. And since it's Valentine's Day, we're going to go with the heart background. So once we've done that, we're going to add our two ball characters. And to do that, you're going to click on the little cat icon. And once again, you have the option of making your own, uploading, or getting a pre-existing one. We're just going to get a pre-existing one. We're going to get the ball, and then we're going to get the basketball. So once we've done that, now we want to program the balls to move around the screen. So we're going to say when the flag is clicked, then we're going to use a special block called the forever block. So we're using this block because we want it to happen constantly. So once we've done that, we're going to go back to the motion control blocks. And then we're going to use this block called glide, which just glides the ball across the screen to a random position on the screen. Then we're going to add a special block called if on edge bounce so that our ball never leaves the screen. When you click the green flag, you can see that the ball just kind of randomly bounces around the screen. And that's what we want to have for our program. And since we want to make both balls do that, we are going to duplicate our program from the basketball onto the orange regular ball. So to do that, you just right-click your program and you click duplicate, and you'll notice it'll appear twice. And then we're just going to drag it over to the orange bouncy ball. Okay, it seems like the duplicate function doesn't work on this program, so we're just going to delete the duplicated program by dragging it to the left and just quickly rewriting our program that we made. So we're going to check forever. We're forever going to have the ball moving to a random location, and then if it falls off the screen, it's just going to bounce back. Now, as you can see, both of the balls are bouncing around the screen, so we are 2/3 of the way towards completing our program. Now we're going to program how to move the cat, and we want the user to control the cat. So we're going to use a few different event blocks. So we're going to take the when spaced key pressed block, and we're going to change it to allow the arrow keys to control the cat. So we're going to drop it in 4 times. We're going to put one for the up arrow, one for the down arrow, one for the left arrow, and one for the right arrow. And basically we want the cat to move 10 steps in the direction of the arrow key we push. So for the right arrow key, we want it to move 10 units to the right, so we're going to say change x by 10. For the left, we're going to change x by -10 to move it back 10 units to the left. Similarly, to make it move up and down, we're going to take the change y by unit and change y by 10 units to move up, and change y by -10 units to move down. If you're confused about the Scratch coordinate system, there's another tutorial video that you can watch on that. So when we run our program, we can use the arrow keys to move the cat around, and the balls just randomly bounce around the screen, which is what we want. Now we're going to make our game fun. We want to add a variable called score that will add 1 point each time the cat touches the orange ball, and will take away 1 point each time the cat touches the basketball. So to make a new variable, you click Variables, you click New Variable, and then you type in the name of the variable. We're just going to call it Score. And it shows up in the top left corner of your screen. So now we want to program the score variable. So what we're going to do is, so when the green flag is clicked, we want to reset the score to 0 every time we have a new game. Then we want to check forever, so we will be constantly monitoring if the score needs to be changed. So then we're going to use a block called if-then. The if-then block basically means if the condition is satisfied, we do this, and if it isn't, then we don't do anything. So in this case, we want the score to change if it's touching the orange ball. So we go to the sensing blocks and we pick out the touching color block. And we're just going to drop it into the if condition, and then we're going to pick out the color by clicking the little pointer, and then it will take you to anywhere on the stage to pick out your color. So we're going to pick the color of the ball, and then we're going to select the block that says change score by 1. So this program basically says if the cat is touching the orange ball, the score will increase by 1. And we're just going to add a block that says wait 1 second, so that the score doesn't constantly increase and it only goes up by 1. Now we're going to do the same program for the basketball. So if the cat is touching the color of the basketball, which we're going to select here, then we're going to decrease the score by 1. So we're going to get our change score by block, and we're going to change the score by -1 every time the cat touches the basketball. And we're just going to wait 1 second so it doesn't constantly decrease. Now when we run our program, we are able to move the cat around, the balls bounce around the screen, the cat has hit each ball once, so the score is decreased when it hits the basketball, and it increases every time it hits the orange ball. And we can have the cat chase the orange ball and run away from the basketball, which is what we wanted to do with our program.